Good morning, Olympus. Today is March 23rd, and you're watching OlyTV. Today is the last day of the winter functionality insensitive. Make sure your whole 4A class has no ties to have a chance to win trade tickets to the Shack.
If you're interested in going to the Weber State University, you can attend a Purple Carpet event for prospective students on Friday, March 25th. Register for the event at weber.edu/purplecarpet.
There's going to be an Easter egg hunt through next Tuesday, March 29th through Friday, April 1st. It's $5 to participate, and science will be at lunch. Prizes will be gift cards that range between $10 to $25, and they will be hidden each day.
Juniors and seniors, did you know that you can get a scholarship for taking financial literacy? The due date for this scholarship is April 25th, 2022. Just go to www.utahjumpstart.org to get started.
Now we have a special news package about the 2022 Formula One season.
The 2022 Formula One season is about to kick off, and it is set to be another exciting year. Preseason testing has just concluded in Bahrain, with Red Bull and Ferrari looking the strongest. The dominant force that is Mercedes is looking uncharacteristically off the pace, despite their star lineup of 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Red Bull driver Max Verstappen is looking to defend his title and is optimistic about the package his team has given him under the new regulations. The season opener is the Bahrain Grand Prix, which begins on March 20th. Each team is looking to prove themselves this year, and many drivers are aiming to become champion of the world. Under the new regulations, anything could happen, and fans are excited to see the outcome.
Olympus-only scholarships are open now on the Olympus High Counseling website. They'll close on March 29th at 11:59. They have not received any applications in the following scholarships: Christensen Visual Arts, Claire Driggs Family Scholarship, Titan, Olympus Foundation Service, Titan Leadership and Waters Family Scholarship for the Performing Arts. The scholarships will be awarded on May 16th at Senior Recognition Night. The event is mandatory if you apply for a scholarship and receive an invitation, so remember to go. Talk to Ms. Pledgy in the Counseling Center if you're interested. Now on to Julian with the weather.
Thanks, Calvin. Today is going to be a pretty good week with a 3-day sunny week. Today we'll have a high of 59 and a low of 40. Tomorrow will be a bit warm with a high of 68 and a low of 46. But now here's the shocking news. It gets really much hotter. With Friday, we'll have a high of 75 and a low of 51. On Saturday, it will be really hot, like the hottest day of this week, with a high of 78 and a low of 56. Now, Sunday is going to be the most surprising day of all, with a 1 degree lower difference, with a high of 77 and a low of 55. Now on to Jackson with some of the sports.
We would like to give a huge shout out to Jordan Barnes and Dutch Dowdell, who both made 5A first team All-State. Barnes led the state in assists and finished the season with 255 total assists, the second most in state history, behind former Olympus player Rylan Jones, who did it in the 2017-2018 season. Dowdell led the state in three-point makes per game for the entire season and finished the year with the third most three-point makes in a season in state history. These two sophomores had a sensational year. Congratulations. We'd also like to give a huge shout out to Jack Wistersill, the 2021-2022 5A Player of the Year. Wistersill had a monster senior year, averaging 21.2 points, 7.8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.5 blocks per game. Jack Wistersill was one of the most dominant big men in the state and will go down as one of the top players in Olympus basketball history. Now we're going to go to Perry with some more news about sports.
Thanks, Jackson. In baseball, the Titans went 2-2 in the Dixie tournament last weekend, losing to Clearfield 9-7 and Dixie 3-1. The Titans bounced back with a win over Juan Diego Catholic 15-1, and a walk-off win against Farmington to win. Oh, I messed up. 7-6. The Titans look to bounce back against Viewmont this Thursday at 3:30. In lacrosse, the boys decimated Harriman 19-4 last Friday. They will look to continue their winning streak tonight against Alta. For lacrosse, our lovely ladies blew out Vermont 21-1 and improved to 2-0 on the year. These Titans have scored 20-plus in both games this season. In the wider world of sports, March Madness continues tomorrow with the Sweet 16. For the Jazz, they fell to the Nets on Monday, 115-106. Utah will try to get back on track tonight against the red-hot Celtics. Speaking of Jazz, would you like to meet an NBA player? On March 12th, Utah Jazz player Mike Connolly and former Utah Jazz player Joe Ingles will be here at Olympus High from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the auditorium. After their speeches, you will be able to get a chance to get a photo with them. Admittance will cost $30, but it will be well worth it. That's all from sports. Back to you guys.
A family is suing Utah Hobo Zoo after a young girl was allegedly attacked by a peacock in April 2021. A 2-year-old girl was spending the day with her family when she was lifted from her shoulder, and a free-roaming peacock flew down in front of her and pounced on her. The peacock scratched her face right below the eye. The peacock tore the little girl's shirt and spun her around. The little girl ended up falling flat on her forehead, according to a zoo employee. They told the child's family that this was the fourth attack by the same peacocks in 2 days. The whole zoo has come out that they are aware that one child has needed medical care due to the attack. The zoo also did not make any attempt to subdue or warn guests about the free-roaming peacock. Now on this note, we've heard about the House Bill 11.
In the 2022 General Legislative Session, House Bill 11 was introduced as a way to protect women's sports. It included limitations for transgender students, but it itself was limited. However, late on the last night of the legislative session, the bill was suddenly changed to ban all students who are transgender from being able to participate in middle or high school sports. Governor Spencer Cox vetoed the bill for a number of reasons, but the legislature has made plans to override this veto on Friday. Governor Cox wrote a letter to the legislature. It summarizes why he vetoed it in the first place, but it also talks about why it's important to allow transgender youth to participate in sports and activities. Here are the numbers that have most impacted my decision. 75,000, 4, 1, 86, and 56. 75 high school kids participating in high school sports in Utah. 4 transgender kids playing in high school sports in Utah. 1 transgender student playing girls sports. 86% of trans youth reporting suicidality. 56 of trans youth have reported attempting suicide. 4 kids, and only 1 of them playing girls sports. That's what this is all about. 4 kids who aren't dominating or winning trophies or taking scholarships. 4 kids who are just trying to find some friends and feel like they are part of something. 4 kids trying to get through each day. Rarely has so much fear and anger been directed at so few. I don't understand what they are going through or why they feel the way they do, but I want them to live. And all research shows that even a little acceptance and connection can reduce suicidality significantly. For that reason, as much as any other, I have taken this action in the hope that we continue to work together and find a better way. If a veto override occurs, I hope we can work to find ways to show these 4 kids that we love them and they have a place in our city. If you want to get your voice heard, if you want to tell the legislator what you want them to do, here's a list of names and numbers to call. Get your opinion out there. We at OlyTV support you. Remember to stay kind, accountable, and respectful, and we'll see you next time.